Alright everybody, welcome back to episode 6 of our Trebizond Doomstack Challenge. Now I guess a Byzantium Doomstack Challenge. It's been a minute since we did this run, so we'll start with a little recap. 1623, we have 1500 dev. I think we have 3 subjects. We have Jerusalem, Bulgaria, and Serbia. So let's get into it. And as best I can remember, last time we were debating who to go after here in the Balkans. I think we talked about Poland, sort of an annoying war here. Scandinavia, Great Britain, France is an annoying war for sure. Hungary, also annoying. And Venice, maybe the least annoying, and also Two Sicilies is on the table because we've got a bunch of claims down here. This is probably the easiest war of the 4. Let's see. Seems like either way we're fighting Burgundy. Yeah, we're so back. That's right. Which Burgundy, guys? Look at Burgundy stretching from the French Normandy coast up to northwestern Germany. Look at those Low Countries. Still don't have their territory linked, which would drive me insane. He actually has 3 isolated chunks of land. I could not play like that. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. I think we beat up the Mams recently. Let's check. Should we take this free prestige? Nah, we'll wait on that. We're kind of close on GovCap. Econ, let's take a look at Econ. Econ's pretty good, guys. We've got estate loans, we got 2,400 in bank loans, but we're making a lot of money, so that's cool. The Mamluk truce is 8 years out, 8.5 years. Yeah, we could do 2 Sicilies. I think, could be good. Let's take a look at our mission tree real quick. Okay, so we have stuff to take Serbia. We have stuff to take Bulgaria. We have... They want us to take 7 here in like the Sicily, southern Italy region. Okay. Well, maybe we do that, guys. What's our doom stack? 110? So we've got our own troops 28, 433, and then the independent army 42 and 3. I actually, Daystar, I haven't played a ton of EU5. It's a lot different. I'm waiting for like some of the bugs to be patched out. It's a decent game. Right now, I like EU4 more. I don't know if that will always be the case, but they're really different. So it is almost apples and oranges. Oh, we've got a lot of centers of trade. I forgot about that. We have... How many is that, guys? 12 centers of trade we could upgrade. I saw a thing on the EU5 Reddit today where I think somebody was playing as Russia and they were like fairly far into the late game. They offered to sell a province to Bohemia. Bohemia was willing to pay 500,000 gold for it. It's crazy. Okay, and I think we just started admin ideas. Looks like we did. Let's take when can we switch? 7 years. We're running the construction dev cost guy for another 8 years, but we have lots of PA. We could switch him out anytime. All right, guys, I think Two Sicilies is... let's send him an insult first so we don't get this stab hit. Don't think it has to be scornful. I think a regular insult will do the job. And we'll wait a month. I'll get our stuff into position here. Yeah, I haven't played enough to really, like, have the econ mastered either, guys. I had a bunch of stuff automated, which I know is not the best way to play the game, but it's what I was doing. I wonder if mill access is going to be a problem. I bet Venice will give it to one of these other guys, so... We could also naval invade. We do have the sea lift for that. Do we want to, though, is the question. And what should the war goal be? Probably something easy to take down here. Let's look at forts. Okay, so he's got forts here and here. That's a annoying province for a fort. Good choice by him if he didn't start with one there. I'm not sure if they do. We could land here. Of course, the problem with that, we don't really have retreat paths. Guess it depends if we think we're going to lose a battle. I think we'll do a war goal. Does it care what these... Certainly one of these three. Maybe Salento. Yeah, maybe Salento. Something like that. Serbia wants knowledge sharing. Yeah, Serbia's broke. Anybody rich? No. How much would you guys? Yeah. Nah, sorry guys. Not enough. And we'll make sure to try to get CCR before the end of the war. Should be no issue. This could be a relatively long war just because Burgundy is going to be a pain in the butt. But, so is Lubeck. We might just have to go up there and sit on their capital for a second. Because why is Lubeck's capital over here? This is their capital, fort level 5. Why'd they move it? You think they lost this and then took it back? Funky. Doesn't really matter. Name a General Clippy. Do we have a good one? He is pretty good. Guys, I don't know if I've ever named a general. How do you do it? Disband. Split in half. Do you just click on it? I don't think I've ever done it. You have to do it from this thing? I don't think I've ever renamed. You guys are gonna have to walk me through that. Oh, you can't rename. Oh, okay. Okay. I'd say remind me next time, but I'm gonna forget to, like, by the time you guys tell me, I'll have already clicked OK. So I'll try to remember, but I make no promises, guys. Okay, can we deck this yet? Salento. Sure. If we wanted to be, like, patient, we could wait for mill access. But I kind of like the idea of, like, these giga naval invasions. Can you imagine just 110,000 troops disembarking at the same time? It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. All right, and we'll do spies on these guys. Another annoying thing about this fort, guys, because it's inland, I can't get the naval bonus. So this fort's really annoying. So he's on 111, so he could fight us. I don't think he's going to. I remember our mill quality being pretty good, so I'd be surprised if these guys mess with us. Let's do production efficiency. I'm gonna go straight for this annoying fort. You guys can come around down here, and let's barrage that thing. I'd love to take this, and then we can use it against them and work south. We got a Senate debate thing. Let's take a look here. Interest. This is actually pretty good to get inflation reduction, reduced interest on your loans, and then just free tax modifier. Some of the Senate, like Parliament, agendas in this game are really good. What else we got? Mill power, 5% production efficiency, reform progress. There's actually a lot of good stuff here, guys. Weren't we trying to get something here in, do we go reform progress? I don't really remember what we were trying to do. Reform progress is always good, though. I will go with the inflation reduction. Alright, where are we blockaded? Okay, so the two Sicilies thinks they can compete at sea. Let's see how that goes for them. Okay, we actually have less engagement with and morale, but we have a lot more ships, so. Okay, there's that annoying province. Whoops. Really? We're winning the battle, but we lost a flagship. That's lame. Okay, and these are just light ships. Those should get chunked. Oh, they're running. Of course they are. Wait, why is Lubeck already in Crimea? Okay. AI behavior. And Burgundy's already in Bulgaria. Okay. Okay, game. Okay, those lights are gone. Burgundy's also here, so Burgundy split their forces half and half. Half to go stand in Italy, half to go after Bulgaria. Okay. Interesting. Somalia is going after the Mams. Somalia is actually pretty strong. Okay, whatever. Oh, I think we already have like multiple flagships. So if you capture somebody else's flagship, can you build another one of your own? Let's find out. Yes, we can. Okay, so I think I want to do these three. Fleet morale, fleet engagement with, and then the siege thing. We're going to be sieging coastal stuff. Let's go for that. And let's go defend this mountain fort. Oh, these actually don't provide bonuses. These are just like trophy kills. I didn't know that. I guess that keeps you from stacking a ton of bonuses. Be a little bit cheesy. Okay, so the two Sicilies just walked by this fort that they could have reinforced. The AI is so troll. So troll. Okay. Yeah, you can't mill excess. I don't care. So he's got 85k. I would love him to step on his fort, and then we can get the bonuses. You know what? So we're outnumbered here. Let's see, how bad is this? 85. Okay, we're outnumbered pretty significantly. It's time for our guy, Saint Mike. He's back. You guys knew he wasn't going to be gone for long. Let's go. And if he reinforces, I think we can win. If he doesn't reinforce, then these Burgundian guys are in a bad way. Okay, they're reinforcing. That's fine. I think we can still win. And we do. He only reinforced with one stack and not the other. AI logic. What is going on? Okay, and now he goes. A day late and $1 short. Story of my life. Okay. And now let's go here and here. And we're gonna come out of nowhere and stomp these guys on Constantinople. Wait, he's coming back for more. What is this, guys? Okay, why does he have so many guys here? Let's get an extra month tick. Another stack walks by. Pretty good. And we're close to Miltech 19, which is going to make this even more one-sided than it already is. Let's dev this up. Okay. Why does the Two Sicilies flag have the Isle of Man legs on it? Very good question. I have no clue. Okay, so we are about to just sail in out of nowhere on these guys. And this will be another naval battle also. And then here's the land battle. And then let's get 1 month tick. Let's look at the timing on these. 1628. You know, let's repay some of these. Extend one. And let's go do the same thing to Theodoro up here. Oops, nope, nope, nope. Why walk when you can take the boat? And they get smashed. And you guys really shouldn't be there either. Okay, stack wipe on Azov there. And let's go land here again, I guess. Having all these transports means we could just be bouncing around the med. It's actually kind of funny. Only one stack, but they're everywhere. We'll do a pit stop here in whatever, North Macedonia. So let me check war score from battles. 13. Actually, I would have guessed more, but it's okay. Let's go this. Okay, another naval battle. Oh, they're running. They know. They know what's up. Okay, nothing is under siege right now, so I'm gonna put these ships on hunt enemy fleets. And let's capture some land here. Okay, what's this guy doing? It's actually a pretty decent battle. We rolled badly, but mountain bonus is too good. Let's get the next admin idea here. I like how if you play Biz, you get the number of pronoias just randomly in different idea groups. Because I think some others also have this besides admin. Yeah, it's a Two Sicilies that was actually having a good game, and then we came in like a wrecking ball. So I feel a little bit bad about that, but we could go sink this fleet. I think I want to do it. Quantity, espionage, admin are the ones with the extra pronoias. And we'll have to switch out merc companies. You know what we might do is go to more regular troops. Because I think we have the manpower to afford it. Do a few buildings there. Okay, that'll force a naval battle. His navy, he just doesn't have enough of a front line. Once these heavies get damaged, he has to bail out. Let's go repair real quick. I don't even care about mercenary maintenance. Army professionalism is fine with me. Yeah, his buddies are already on medium. Yeah, he's screwed. Yeah, the pronoias, yeah, it's like a Biz thing. We have a few of them. They're game breaking. They're so good. Okay, let's get the CCR before I forget about it. Mill tech minus 10%. I think is that gonna be enough? Almost. March. Okay. See if we can get to this. Oh, no. What are you guys doing? Stop. Not allowed. It's doing that because we don't have the province completely yet. Okay. Don't think... Okay, they're walking off it. I was going to say, I don't think we can defend that in time, and then they walk off it. Like, here we go. 6 NO to take Miltech 19. Saxon infantry. Yes, please. Let's go siege Messina here. And sometimes you have to check. So this is just a little tip that most of you probably know, but maybe a handful of you don't. So a province like this that touches multiple sea tiles, one of the tiles has the port, and that's the one you want to blockade. So if you zoom in, you can see here's the port. So if you want the naval bonus here, you want to blockade this side of it. I mean, you can do both, but if you just blockade this north side where the port is not, you won't get the siege bonus. So most of you probably knew that, but just in case you didn't. Let's naval barrage. See, are these guys... Okay, they are legit out of manpower. Okay, we might go back and sort of like reconstitute our forces in Anatolia. We could... Okay, there's that fort. Yeah, okay. I think I will do that. Let's go get these guys first. Since they're silly enough to stay there. Not this event. Whoa. Did you guys see the current unrest in Constantinople was -30? Why is there... We have like 10 tolerance of the true faith? Is that right? Holy moly. Okay. That's not like most of my runs. Yeah, time to raise taxes. Okay, let's see. Let's go down here. No, you know what? Let's do this one. Doesn't matter. Oh, you know what? I didn't see these guys. Do you think we can make it here in time? It's 71%. Oh, you know what? With this level of defensiveness... See, yeah, we can. Okay. So these guys have probably been here forever. Is there a line here that shows when the siege started? 328. Okay, not as long as I thought. They must have barraged it or something. Because at 114% defensiveness... I think we'll make it for sure. If we're going... Well, depends how long these battles take. 80? This is... we're going to get trolled by the battle, aren't we? Oh. No, I think we make it. Just in time. Okay. And... let's go back down here. This is just kind of an annoying war because we're sort of fighting on 3 fronts. There's like the Italian front, which we did open with. Like, if we wanted to play this more passively, we could have sat back and let them come to us, and then it would have been a 2-front war, but I was feeling aggressive, so we sort of made it a 3-front war. Not always recommended. Okay, so I'm going to fire these mercs, and then, what's our sealift? Okay, we got 112, so that's going to be the limit I'm going for. How many extra cannons do you guys think we should do? The combat width is 32. We're at 33, so we have combat width of cannons. Do you guys think we should have cannons for reserve, or just put everything into, like, infantry? For, like, mega overstacking. I know the reserves will take damage being back there, but I also know that the cannons will leave off the front line eventually, the back line, which they didn't used to, but they will now. So I feel like we should have some cannons in the back. You guys think we should have like 40 cannons? And then put the rest into infantry and cav? Yeah, how many do you think's a good number? If right now I'm aiming for a 112 size stack, you think 40 cannons and then like 72 front line? Combat width is 32. I think 40 to 50? That many? I'll split the difference. I'll do 45. Let me get my calculator out. 112 minus 45. Okay, so we're going to do 67 cannons. It's going to be expensive. Or, I'm sorry. No, not 67 cannons. What am I doing? It's going to be 67 on the front line. 45. So it's going to be... We'll keep 4. It's going to be 63 infantry. There we go. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. 63 for 45. Does that seem reasonable to everybody? It's going to take a minute to build up. I'll do a defensive edict here. Hopefully they don't take our fort in Italy. That'd be a little bit of a bummer, but if they do, it's all good. Lubeck's at 6, Burgundy's at 12, so... I don't care about our claim in Jerusalem. Not really. Oh yeah, our flagship is ready to be merged in. Thank you. Good catch. Let's do a little econ dev here. That's the same province, right? Yeah, or same state. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Plus, no more stack splitting shenanigans. All together. Weight 106. And let's merge these guys. How far are we over naval force limit? Actually, not bad. Okay. So let's see. Let's defend. Let's see if we can get to this in time. 28. It might fall here. It did. Okay, bummer. We'll go get this one instead. Why would we go that way? Does it really think that way's faster than landing here and walking? Because I doubt that's true, but maybe it is. I don't know. Our cav combat ability is 15%, because we went quality, right? No, we didn't. Where are we getting that from? Let's take a look. Oh, Cossacks. Okay, yeah, Cossacks. That's right. Yep. Okay, let's go defend this first. Okay, that went pretty well. And then let's go defend this one. Let's go to this side so we get a monk pick on land. I don't think... So I think when you're on boats, you get morale back, but not manpower. Is that right? I'm actually not positive, but I know it's worse than being on land. Pretty sure. Okay, I think those guys got stack wiped. I clicked out of it too fast, but I think they did. And let's go back. So the upside of this 3-front war is we can really defeat them piecemeal because they're trying to attack like on every front at the same time. And we're just going, you know, bam, 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 kind of whack-a-mole style. And, okay, Burgundy's on low, probably because we killed so many troops. And we'll let him go. Okay. Yeah, I might ditch the cav. I mean, we might go... You know, I would probably go offensive before quality in this run, or like the siege ability. Our troops are already pretty good. I mean, this quality is so good, but I don't think that's really going to move the needle that much. Did we leave somebody down here? Oops. Okay, let's just go pick him up. Let's go pick him up here. Not that one guy's a huge deal, but technically we broke the rules a little bit there, but we didn't use him in combat, so, and it was a mistake, so I feel okay about it. Okay, Lubeck is also out. Yep. Okay, 1v1. 1v1 and they have no chance. Guys, I forgot North Africa's pretty funky. What is... And Iberia. This I remember, but North Africa... Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I'll switch them out after this war. Okay, let's go for his capital. And I'll capture the stuff on the way. Okay, Burgundy's going after Lorraine. Maybe they're trying to clean up not having actual borders. Which I don't blame him in the least. That would drive me nuts. But I do appreciate that. I mean, we kicked Burgundy's ass left and right, and then a month after declaring white peace with us, they're jumping into their own war. So clearly, let's check their manpower. Well, maybe this is a super easy war. Yeah, that looks pretty easy. Let's look at the Empire. Oh, Burgundy's Emperor? Oh. I thought they joined because they were Defender of the Faith. I guess they can be both. They're not mutually exclusive because these guys aren't in the Empire. So I think they're both. Interesting. So I don't remember them getting Emperor, but it's been I think over a week, like a week and a half since we did this. So they are Emperor. That's a funky HRE. Okay, that's a nice event. I go humanist so rarely that the events surprise me in a way that the religious events do not. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good Burgundy game. Alright, let's repay these. Some manpower buildings up. And let's go for their capital. So his military is decimated. He's on 22k, so I'm not even going to waste the mill to barrage this. I think we're still gaining manpower, even with this stack. Let's check this month tick. 197. We are. Guys, land attrition reduction. Who would have known it was this good? Yeah, I do remember Burgundy getting stomped. Was that in the League War? And that's how they lost these cores. Because at one point their land would have been connected. They lost a bunch of French cores. But then we also... There's the chance that they do the Netherlands thing again and lose a bunch of this anyways. So we'll see what happens. It's the AI. Anything can happen. Oh, it was... Yeah, it was the Austrian Succession War. You guys remember this better than I do. But yeah, that's right. And is that still a thing with... Yeah, it is. Austria is still the junior partner with 100% liberty desire. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. What terrain is that? Mountains? Not my favorite, but we'll do it if we have to. Oh, you know what? We're at 98. We can wrap this up. Okay, so as far as peace deal, to get this mission, we just need 7 down here. Now, Sicily is... Well, let's look at the dev chart. It's all going to be... well, it's not going to cost a lot to core. The AE is going to be significant. It's so significant, I might swap our guy out again. So check this out. If we just work from south to north, taking what we can. That's 108 AE. And some Catholics are not loving that. Let's swap our guy out for Saint Nick. It is the season for Saint Nick. And less bad. What's the follow-up mission to this? Is it to like take some of these like Western Mediterranean islands? Oh, it's the North. Okay, this and the North African stuff. 14 provinces. Guys, that seems balanced. Permaclaims to the Iberia and Maghreb regions. Just, you know, 2 entire regions. Permaclaims. 1 mission of 50. And then this one is to have Rome. And then we could rename ourselves Eastern Roman Empire. Isn't there... Where's the religious stuff? We could probably do that if we wanted to. Sicily is also a decent core return option if we're so inclined. Why can't I click you, Malta? Because then we could take the annoying fort for ourselves for the next war. Let's try this again. But so we have a 3 vassal limit, but when the ruler of Jerusalem dies, it's ours. Of course, he's only 32, so that could be in 35 years. We could actually use Malta to release, even though it's Maltese culture, since it's in the same group. It's in the Latin group. We can release Sicily from Malta. How long do you guys think Demetrios is going to live? He's 32. I think he lives till he's 75. But it's only 10 dev. Okay, guys. One of my pet peeves with this game. There's something buggy about the game engine, and like the tip of my cursor is on Malta, but I'm clicking, it's not happening. It's actually here. Now it lets me select it. Like, get that pixel right. You basically have to zoom in. And it's the same thing with right clicking. Like, there it is. I don't know why that's the case. Okay, this time it's a little bit better. Yeah. If you play EU4, you know what I mean, where you're like trying to click on like an island and you're like, All right, let's do Malta. Let's do this stuff. Wow, that's a lot of AE. We could do something really ugly too, like how many do we need? 7? We could do the minimum. Does Malta count in that? It does. So that's 1. Like we could leave a couple of these. So that's 6, 7. It's worse. Probably because Salerno has high dev. Yeah. Man. Don't be doing the 6-7 stuff. Don't be doing that to me, Purple. The mission could convert Malta to Greco and troll us. Yeah, it could. You're right. The only way to prevent that, theoretically, would be to get 4. Like, does it convert 3 or 4? It converts 3. So we would need to take 4 in Sicily. And then, you know, you could take some extras over here. And then you would be safe, for sure. I think I want the fort, though. So this was for Salento. So let's do... like this. And that's a lot. But it's not a coalition. Wait, that's not with Malta. Come on. Come on. It's doing the same thing, guys. I'm clicking it. I'm clicking it. Stop. Okay. So just that is enough to flip it over. Or no, that's not a coalition because... no, we don't have truces with all of them. We would have truces with the Mams and the 2 Sicilies, not with the other guys. Let's drop Salerno. Yeah, we do need 7, don't we? This is kind of annoying. That's 7. Is there a way to do this without a coalition? There may not be. Okay, Syracuse has pretty low dev. Maybe if we go south instead, if we do... but then that also defeats the purpose of the Sicily vassal, though. Huh. Shooting on espionage, guys. A Venice-Poland coalition is annoying because I want to fight them separately. We could do it right at the end of the year and improve with like Portugal and Trent. And do it right at the end of the year. Okay, improve with Portugal, Trent. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. And was it Milan? I think Milan was in there too. And we'll do it like December 30th or whatever. Okay, Lorraine is annexing people. Hey, they've linked up 2 of the enclaves. Okay. I don't know why I'm so invested in the Burgundian unification, but I am. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we're just kind of doing missions, expanding in the Balkans. I'm not sure, like, the main thing with this run was like, can we get out of the early game disaster with 1 stack? Okay, Portugal is out of this. So I think we're good. 6, 7. I did it again, guys. Now I'm losing it. I swear I didn't mean to do that. Trent should drop. Yeah, I think we're good. No, guys. Oh, no. You know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just a fraction of a second late on the spacebar. Defeats the whole purpose. Okay. Do we want to like seize? Actually, we could sell also. Yeah. We don't need to core Malta. These coring costs, these are pretty good. What are we? Minus 60%. Pretty good, guys. Okay, let's. Okay. See what Somalia took from the MAMs. Okay, so sort of this chunk here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there is a Deccan. Yeah, actually, I didn't even know he went this far east. Guys, what happened to Bengal this game? Is this one of the worst AI Bengal games I've ever seen? He's down to 5k. It's 1629, and he's got this low dev jungle, and his core is Deccan. Yikes. That's a Bengal disaster game. Yeah, Dai Viet is trying to become like China. Here. Guys, is Ming coming back? They're occupying things. Oh, it's the Vietnamese Manchurian War for the Mandate of Heaven. They're going for it, guys. They're going for it. And is Ming? Guys, Ming is a vassal of Dai Viet. Oh, and they're Buddhist. They're Mahayana Buddhist. Oh, look at this. It's gonna be Buddhist China this game? What is going on? Confucian's gonna be wiped off the map. I don't even know, guys. Weird stuff. Okay. So, do we need to... Okay, that's fine. Do we need to core this stuff for this event, though? Wait, why is it only saying 6? Wait, did I do this wrong and Malta doesn't count? No, it's in the Eastern Sicily. Is this one not? This one is not. I don't think this one counts. Yeah. Yeah. Oops, so I wanted the fort so bad, I messed it up. It was this state, this state, this state, and this state. And I wanted the fort so bad I jacked it up. Whatever. No, it's not that Malta's not cored. It's not a coring issue because you can see it says 6 out of 7 and these ones have not cored. I need to leave this area so we stop saying those numbers. Oh, but guys, you know what time it is. Okay, who do we want to troll? I'll let you guys vote on who we want to troll with our mosaicists. Russia or Great Britain? We get more money from Great Britain. We'd get 2,900. Russia would send us 1,855. This is low-key bug abuse. I mean, I don't know. I don't think this is a bug as much as, like, they didn't really think it through. It's not balanced, but I wouldn't call this a bug. So Great Britain would give us more money, but Russia is like more of a rival to us. And we might fight them, I'm not sure. People are saying Brits. Okay. Oh yeah, they're in. I don't know. I don't think that's bug abuse. I know why. I can understand why you'd say that. To me, that doesn't cross the line. But that's fair. If people. Oh, you know what? Let's do the trade center upgrades too. We talked about. Because that is a huge cash sink. Wrong button. I think it's debatable whether I'd call that. It's certainly imbalanced. I'll give you that. I don't think anyone can argue that's a well-balanced mechanic, but I don't think it's an outright bug. Wait, let's cancel this. Let's get a freight depot up in Alexandria. Okay. Okay. We've also got a bunch of Diplomata again. I'm not gonna bother with encourage development. We've wait, we're just behind Russia in dev. I didn't even know Russia was first place great power. They've I guess they've done pretty well. Huh. Okay, well. Wonder if they're gonna fight us. What's their Diplo? That's the Diplo? Gotland and Korea? Okay. Okay. Probably a good call by Korea, honestly. That war is even more annoying than it was because Castile is now defender of the Catholic faith. Oh god, these are annoying. Castile's not, yeah, they're not super powerful, especially if they're fighting in the New World. So maybe we go after Venice. Guys, Deccan is the defender of the Shia faith. Deccan with 167k troops. The biggest military in the game is Deccan. Oh god. You know what we might have to do is let's go back to Constantinople. Castile is having a terrible game. So it might be time, guys, to abandon the sea lift limitations and just embrace the true Doom stack. So what I think I'm gonna do, 32 combat width. So we're gonna go 64 cannons. And then let's go. That's 160. You know, 200 is a nice round number. Let's do this. All right. Venice is going after the two Sicilies. We soften them up for them. Holy doom stacking. You guys never run around with 200k in 1629? Because I've seen the AI do it. I think I've seen AI Ottomans and like Timurids, or what's the tag that these guys can shift to, like Gurkhani? I've seen, yeah, I've seen AIs do it. So I'd like to say that we're breaking new ground here. We're not. Well, yeah, they can go Mughals, but I mean, there's a one that keeps the Timurid stuff. It's like Gurkhani, I'm pretty sure. It's in their mission tree. AI gets it sometimes, if Timurids have a really good game. This air... 8, 143, pass. Alright, guys. I'm gonna need you guys to tell me where to point this Doomstack at. Actually, we also have a lot of ships to upgrade. While those upgrade, we can drill. Where's our last, oh, we're training. No, let's not do that. 136,000 guys on the same tile. Gurkhani means son-in-law. I didn't know that. Okay, that stuff is cored. Let's core. Oh, we're doing a courthouse here already? Okay, just finished. Good timing. And let's convert the Italian stuff. Okay. Weight 195. Okay, so let's give it a month take and see how much we lose. 151. I don't even think we need army tradition. Where are you? We don't. We'll take the mill power. Okay. 151. Yeah, we're still positive on manpower. So balanced, guys. Okay. So let's point these guys at something. 200k. What was the population of Constantinople in this era? Is this like greater than the population of the city? Okay. Let's run through these again. They're just annoying wars. It's okay. This is probably the way to go. Yeah, this is certainly the way to go. Okay, and plus we have one core. This is a Serbian core, I believe, in Kataro. Yes, it is. Okay. So this is going to be it. So this is Portugal, the Papal State. You know, we could, should we snipe Rome here? It's going to be a lot of AE for a non-co-CB. Actually, let's just co-CB them. That added, like, almost nobody to the party. Milan and Sardinia. Alright, guys, check this out. Although, I can't do sea lift anymore, so we'll have to walk there for now. Okay, let's hunt fleets. I actually did not know that about U5. There's no attrition from overstacking. Is that an oversight, or is there a reason for that? I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, there's the food supply system, so wouldn't you just run out of food pretty fast? Okay, why are we repairing here? Did we capture like one ship? I hate it when it does this, guys. Okay, so you'll set your like naval doom stack on hunt fleets. You pick up a random light ship at 10%. They then decide to like go into port and repair this thing to 100. Here, let's not do that. Let's split them off. I don't even want light ships. Okay. Hunt enemy fleets. Okay. So we're now sort of fighting with the two Sicilies, guys. Kind of. Okay, why are you going up here? Like, the enemies are to the east. Make it make sense. Okay, we're just sinking everything. You know, it's bold of Portugal to send 30 light ships to the Sea of Marmara and think, what's the plan with these guys? You think the Byzantine Navy is just gonna like, all right, you know, have your fun. Like, this can only end one way. Like this. Okay. You know what, let's... Port's on this side, I think. Do we want to spend the time? You know what, I think we can. I think that's probably worth it, and we have a little bit more deving we can do. Okay. What are these British ships? Hard to tell. Oh, those actually those aren't British. Those are Sardinian. I'm not used to that flag. At a distance, guys, does this not look British? A bit, but then once you go in closer, you're like, okay, no, that's not British. They're not even in this war. Okay, Venice, this is their main fleet. So 20, 32, 15. This is a respectable force from Venice. Can we get a Navy guy? Yes, we can. Let's do that. Purple's asking the largest number of flagships I've ever collected. Probably like 3 or 4. I don't know for sure. Alright, this could actually be... Okay, he's losing faster than I thought. I guess we have better morale. I mean, we almost certainly have better galley combat ability also, but I didn't think he'd get wrecked. He has a better admiral, I think. He's got at least a 2-star. Oh yeah, his admiral's way better. 3-2-2-3. Our admiral's kind of trash. Other than his trait. His trait is pretty good, but the stats are bad. Must be the galley combat ability coming through there. I don't know. We did take a lot of damage, so after we take this, let's go repair. You know what we could do? We could shipyard spam to increase naval force limit and get 200 transports. Doomstack gameplay. Go naval. Yeah, maybe I've captured more flagships than that. I don't know off the top of my head. Really? Really? That guy's worse than the last one. Let's do one of those missions for get a little prestige back. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Is this life trying to teach me a lesson for ditching the 8 skill first guy? And it's like, oh, you want to get greedy? Yeah, I'll teach you about greed. Here's some 5 skill guys. You wanna kick that guy to the curb? Days later. Like, how are we getting errors days apart? Like, are these like twins? You know what? I'm not gonna let the game beat me. I'm kicking errors down the stairs until we get at least a 10 skill error. Write that down. I'm probably gonna regret that. Let's go repair. But how is she pumping out? How is she pumping out errors that fast? I mean, some funky stuff going on. Is there anybody we want a separate piece? I mean, we could, but we kind of have to get through Venice first. Let's get rid of these lights. Actually, let's rebuild our galley force a little bit. Let's go 15 heavies. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it is funny in this game where, like, at birth, they can just tell, like, wow, he's gonna be great at admin, okay at Diplo, terrible at mill, just from like a newborn. Like, I don't know. I don't know how they're doing that. I've been in some delivery rooms and I have no idea how they're getting that information. Let's leave it at that. Okay, our absolutism is in the gutter because we're running so many estates. So let's go with AE. Let's switch over to admin focus here. Okay, we got separatists down here. Barrage that. We have a couple royal marriages to our subjects. Chance for new era, is that in here? I don't think I've ever looked at that. We just have 10% from royal marriages, so pretty normal chance for error. I don't know how we got that guy so fast. Like, we literally dropped this guy and the new one was there in like days. Wait, 204. Burgundy's still attacking. Okay, how's our fleet doing? Okay. Okay, there's another fort. Let's go for this one. Okay, that's the Mamluk truces up, if we want to keep going down there. Let's take a look. Okay, we've got a wave of galleys coming out here that would be nice to have. Sometimes these will like jump across if the AI thinks it's safe. I guess it doesn't. Barrage here. Keep converting. Papal State is on our castle down here. Let's state. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, we could probably state both of those. Okay. 113 cogs that are completely useless at the moment. Yes, yes we do. Caustic expansion. I don't care. Have at it. Okay, so let's have these guys pop out. These will merge. Or actually, they'll go there. 168. Portuguese Peru has 5 light ships derping around the Black Sea. Not for long. Let's go pick up these ships around the Aegean real quick. Oh, they're coming back, aren't they? You know what? Just stay here. Really. Oh my god. What a nightmare. I'm breaking the 1 stack rule. Okay. Let's go up here, and then we'll go for Venezia. We completed... Oh, guys. Here we go. Where is this mission? Now we're talking. Seafire. So did we get this with Inno or Naval Tradition? Inno is 46. We got it with Inno. Seems balanced, guys. Another 10% galley compatibility, and then actually pretty good bonuses for 20 years. This is so broken. And you know what else? I'm gonna reroll this Admiral. He's not even that good. I'm keeping this guy. Why is our Naval Tradition so bad? Well, I mean, they didn't have to make the mission tree this OP. Like, you can have mission trees and not have them be, like, laughable, right? Not everybody gets this level of broken. I know they're not the only one, but it's just... Maybe it jumps out at me because I don't play a bunch of the other broken ones. Like, Austria's is broken, I don't play them. I don't play, like, a lot of those other majors. These guys could, like, take this fight. I'm not sure why they don't. Oh, the game is testing me now. I feel tested. It's the game testing me or the universe sending me lessons in greed and stubbornness. And we're negative prestige. I can't even drop them yet. 111, the dream. What does the baby have to look like to get a 111 rating? Like, I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. Don't answer that, chat. That's terrible. That's terrible, guys. Okay, let's go get, you know what, can we get, no, we can't get there. Can we get to Rome? No. What's blocking us? Oh, is it this troll fort? Yeah, it's this troll fort. Yeah, are we actually losing manpower in this war? That's unacceptable. Let's get some manpower buildings up. If anybody's curious, I'm curious, so you guys all have to suffer through it. 1.2 mil attrition losses out of 1.82 total. So we now lead the world in both. Actually not in battle losses, but in attrition and total losses. We lead the world, and it's not that close. If you're 400k attrition casualties over Russia, you're doing something. And who's in Damascus? How is Berg down here? How's that a thing, guys? Did they walk all the way down through Africa? They must have. They didn't come from the north, I'll tell you that much. I think they walked all the way across North Africa. Whatever. Oh, Sharon, did you not see it? It's a 1-1-1. It's the only thing better than a 1-1-2. It's a 1-1-1 that we can't even dump yet. The game and the universe are testing me. Yeah, it's really something. You know what? Let's check. I'm gonna take the admin here because I suspect. I think we could do some metropolitans. Yep, okay. It's gonna be a 1-1-0 next time. We'll see. We'll see how how far down this whole week can go. Just need prestige. You know what? Actually, I have another thing I can pop. Triumph for the Asia Minor Coast for 10. So, okay. Right? Eventually, we'll come full circle, and we'll get a 666. Yeah. You guys know the saying about gamblers. 99% of gamblers quit right before they strike rich. Something like that. I think I just butchered it, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, let's go to Rome next. We're not quitters. We are not quitters. Denmark is offering me a 3% loan when our economy is doing just fine. Do we have any rules in this run where we can't just like screw these guys? I don't think we do. So that's free money. As best I remember, the rules are just about like one stacks, one army stack, one naval stack, and then no vassal spam. Like three subject limit. Those are the rules I remember. Let's see. No morale guy, but discipline is good enough for me. How brutal would Rome be to take here? Let's check it out. Also, is this the last Papal State province? It is. So we would really be doing a number on the Catholic Church here. Okay, so the two Sicilies gave one province and some money to Venice. So they really got out of that. If we had not jumped in, I think that would have been way worse. Okay, so the AE on this is not that bad. Yeah, we might do it, guys. Should we test out? I don't think we've tested out the 200 Doom stack. Here's the first battle. Okay. Alright, who should we focus next? Milan's on medium. Let's go relieve some sieges, I guess. Should we do this? Yeah. Yeah, we're doing it. Rome is ours. Guys, we can convert Rome in 9 months. And Rome is Protestant. It was a travesty in the first place. Why is it Protestant? The papal state, if they can't even keep their own province on side, they don't deserve it. What else is Protestant down here? Nothing? That was it? What? And there's some reform stuff in like the old Genoese. How is Rome Protestant and nothing else within hundreds of miles? Huh. Well, not gonna be Protestant for long. Yeah, should we see if they spawn in? Does that take a couple month ticks? Let's give that a couple month ticks. Oh, these are papal separatists. Yeah, we'll let these other guys deal with them. I guess God agreed with Luther. Here we go. Here we go. So, I knew that event was going to happen, guys. I knew that event was going to happen. So, I didn't. I'll be honest, I didn't. We kick him to the curb. Place your bets, your predictions. Is it worse? Do we get a 1-0 something? Have we gone so bad we overflow positive, we get a good one? Put your predictions in chat. And we'll see. That was smart of him to just have guys randomly sitting there. Let's go get another fort. Okay, we got a guess for a 101. We got a 12-point guess, a 312, 010. Okay. What's our naval force limit? Let's go sink the Venetian Navy. I'm hoping we can capture some transports off this guy. That's actually a really strong reform. 10% dev cost. We might use that, honestly, because we are deving. Oh, this one is... Okay, I would say this one is really strong because you get 3 stats that are all really good. The issue is we're at 3 stab, so one of these is not really useful to us. Straight up get 50,000 manpower. I'll go for the dev cost. Okay. And we will put it to immediate use. Yeah, we're way ahead in Miltech, so let's keep. Okay. Yeah, the draft choice is pretty good sometimes. We could have done that. I guess it depends if we're going straight into a war after this one or not. Hungarian opinion. Are we rival to them? No, we're not. We're rival to Poland and Russia. Yeah. Okay. I don't care. Okay, here's another naval battle. We did not capture any transports. Let's pick his fleet out again. Let's try it. Round 2. Feels good to beat on Venice. Yeah, it does. I agree. I might build some transports. I think I do want to sea lift these guys around. It's gonna be too annoying not to. Take that prestige. I have a feeling we're gonna need it. I think here we can do that. Where are these guys going? How are these guys back up to 42? I thought they were lower than that, but whatever. Okay, and our fleet here. Let's get rid of these light ships, and then let's do a mega... Really? Mega transport operation. Look at that build queue. That's ridiculous. Oh yeah, there is a sack of Venice mission, isn't there? But don't you have to take it, or where is that mission? Is this it? Venetian avarice? It probably is. Okay, own Venezia. Yeah, we have to complete some other stuff first, though. Yeah, we gotta complete some other stuff first. Yeah. Yeah, just capturing it I don't think is enough. Yeah, I don't think these Milanese guys have anywhere to go. They didn't. Okay, Milan's on low. They're out. Portugal, are you going to be annoying? You are. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll go get another fort. Only on 17% because probably Portugal and I don't know, all the Portuguese colonies and stuff. This is a troll thing about fighting colonial powers is, here, let's zoom out. Like, we're not occupying this stuff, but as soon as we white peace, oh, we don't have a war goal? What's the war goal? Pitaro? Oh, okay. We can go get that. That would help for sure. Let's go over here. Yeah, I'll loop back and go get it. Actually, or I can tell my buddies. Since he has a stack there anyways. I have not even gotten that far in EU5 purple. My game, I think I'm only in like the mid 1500s. I have not even gotten to like, what would you guys consider as like the mid and late game in EU5? Because I know the time is stretched out a little bit differently because you start so much earlier. Because I want to say I'm probably at like 1540 or 1535. So I think I'm like somewhere like between the early approaching, maybe early mid game. But I have not done like much beyond that. We barraged this, did we not? Yeah, we did. Okay. Your guys. So is that like your who rebels? Like all your unhappy like population, so like other culture and religious groups. That's the furthest I played in EU5 is like 1540. Oh, it's colonies rebel. Okay, you're talking about colonies. Okay. I mean, that feels like well, I don't know if that's more realistic. It's complicated. Colonial independence stuff is complicated. Because, I mean, it was really complicated in real life, too. That's a tough thing to have, like, game mechanics for. Because either way you tweak that, you have to strike a really good balance. Because if you make it too easy to keep them loyal, which is where EU4 is at, then you just end up with, you know, colonies to the end of the game. And the only way that colonies break free is if the mother country gets pummeled. But even then, you know, how many games, even on stream, how many times have we like pummeled Iberia and Castile? We've ejected Castile from Iberia and they have like great power colonies that stay loyal. So EU4 is clearly way too far in that direction. But then if you overcorrect and make it so that they rebel at the drop of a hat, then they're not even worth having. You know, and it's like, okay, what's the point? I'm not going to colonize. You know, let the AI colonize. They can have the headache. So that seems like a tough thing to balance, in my opinion. Okay, getting blockades, that's lame. Whatever. Yep, there was a game. Spain was out of Europe, it had some islands, and he had mega colonies. Yeah, it might have been the Papal State game. That was so ridiculous. I think he had, between his islands, he had like 100 dev, or maybe 150 dev, something like that. Okay, guys. Newborn daughter, but she's just a 322. Nope. Nope. Not happening. Okay. Okay, our guys did get the war goal for us, so we're at 28. We're really cooking at 28 war score. Yeah, we're not getting errors there for what is that, a couple years or something? Yeah, whatever, guys. Whatever. Yeah, so there's two daughter events. One of which is like really mid. That's the one you just saw. It's like newborn daughter, and I think that newborn daughter can roll all over the place. The one you want is talented and ambitious daughter, which is like an amazing event because she is she has to roll, I think it's like minimum 12 or 13 skill points. So she can never be bad. And sometimes she can legitimately be, you know, 565, 656, you know, like GOAT tier stuff. Let's core you and let's core Rome. Orthodox Rome, guys. Wait, so what do we need to do this pentarchy thing? I think we have to dev up some stuff, don't we? Okay, so the next dev we do, I'm going to do more targeted dev to get that done. versus just the random deving I've been doing. Okay. The transport fleet is coming online. We'll need that prestige bad. Well, okay, so Talented and Ambitious Daughter, it's a great event, but it doesn't fire when they're young. I'm pretty sure your ruler has to be, I don't know, like 45, 40, 50. Somebody look it up and tell me. I think there's an age limit, so I don't think you're getting Talented and Ambitious Daughter when our guy's 31. Is it over 40? I'm almost positive. Otherwise, that thing would be just all the time. We'll still be having air troubles in 9 years. You know what? I wouldn't put it past us. That's where all our prestige is going. Let's have you hunt enemy fleets. And let's go deal with this army. This army's being annoying. And we could go take this fort, because this fort is retaking control of Kataro. So let's go deal with this. Starlight is a female version of Lux Stella. I don't know if I've gotten the Starlight event. It sounds cool. Even the Lux Stella I've gotten just a handful of times, because isn't that one super, super rare? Okay, they're actually... They've taken most of, like, the Levant guys. I should go deal with this. This is kind of annoying. This is probably also why our war score is so low. We've been fighting in Italy and stuff. Let's take this, and then we're gonna head east and do a little whack-a-mole. Okay, so it's the ruler has to be 40 to be getting that? Yeah, okay. Great embargo. Really? Okay. I mean, we got Rome. So the question is, how much do we want out of this war? Okay, well, we're doing more than that. How close are these guys? Portugal is still at 28. That's annoying. We might just take a chunk of here, like Albania here or something, up to Kataro and not do some mega deal this time. We might just do this for now. I mean, we got Rome out of this war, so it's already been pretty successful. Continue this playthrough until you get at least a 555. Yeah. Let's do... Oh, here's Basilica. That's actually a pretty good tag. Do a few of those. Let's go fight his navy again, and then we'll start sweeping this stuff out. Oh, here we go. So there's Jerusalem. So that guy finally died. So he wasn't super old when he died. What mission can we complete? Oh, it's some Russian thing? Where's that? Down here. Okay. So... Oh, it's to have more dev than Russia, and we have like 30 more dev than them. Okay. 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 Those are some nice bonuses. We wasted some of the PA, but I didn't want to wait on it because if he wins like another war in Central Asia, he could eclipse us on Dev. So we'll just do it now. And let's go fight here. I think no, he's not out of ports. I was going to say, I think Venice is out of ports. Actually, when he captures this, okay, there's Jerusalem. Okay, this is a bunch more wasted, Patriarch Authority. What are you going to do? So I think he has nowhere to send this fleet now, and we can just chunk it. There's another flagship for you guys. Oh, he can go here. Well, not for long. And these guys, okay, so here's the Pentarchy, Missionaries and Prestige. We're going to need that Prestige, guys. We're going to need it. Yeah, PA over 100 should become mana points. Agreed completely. The game shouldn't punish you for, like, being successful and playing well and having a ton of Patriarch Authority. I think it should, like, reward you in some other way, like it does with Prestige sometimes, depending on how old the event is or how old the mission tree is. Sometimes it does punish you and sometimes it does not. Well, let's go take this. Okay, that's 32%. That's okay, that is enough. You know what? Let's chunk his navy one more time, just to be disrespectful. And then we might end this. Guys, did we get 2 flagships? I think. Okay, we have our own flagship, we have 2 Venetian flagships, and a 2 Sicilies flagship. Okay, where's he going? Is he just going to a War Allies port? He probably is. I think he can still go to an Allies port because they're in a war together. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, so let's piece this out. If we take, let's take Kataro. Pillage Venice. You guys know we got to do it. This is the pillage before the next pillage. Even though it's a arguably dumb use of AE, and it kind of is. If someone were to tell me that in chat, I would agree with them, but it's about disrespect. And also building up the dev here, which we do have missions tied to. Yeah, purple on this channel we roleplay all the time. Well, actually, what I use roleplay to excuse my poor gameplay is what I do. A little bit of A, a little bit of B. Let's sell C's again. And we could do some more basilicas. So the basilica upgrade is kind of mid. So you go from 40% local tax to 60% local tax. The main difference is you get the missionary strength, which we don't really need. It's not like the workshop, which goes from 50 to 100. This is like a massive boost to your econ. Basilicas are kind of eh. So, I mean, eventually we'll probably build a lot of them, but there's not really a ton of urgency to doing that this second. Okay. Okay, so he's 11 skill. Wait, that's terrible math. That's 9. That's 8, 9. I don't know why did I say 11. Wait, so 9, did I say 10 or more? I think I said 10 or more. I think this guy's got to go. Didn't I say 10 or more? I said 10 or more. Sorry, you were close. You were so close to the promised land. But you're not there. Okay, yep, 10 plus. So are we including 10 in that? Is it like 10 and greater or greater than 10? And you guys will have to figure out. I don't remember who guessed what, so I'll let you guys scroll up and parse that out. Who's the winner? And you guys can go for another round because we're not done. We're not done. Okay. So I kind of want to do the pentarchy thing here, guys. Let's... What do we need to make that happen? Okay, GovCap is a issue. Do some more courthouses. And let's drill for a minute. While we figure out, we are gaining manpower. Let's get some manpower back. Hungary's now going after Venice. We soften them up just like two Sicilies. Zama was the closest with 413. Well, good guess. Nobody was dead on. That was pretty close. Okay, Rome has been cored. Really, we don't need events like this the way we've been playing. We really don't. Okay, that is... And these guys are so loyal, it's insane. But I think I like everything we're running here, pretty much. Everybody's got land rights, do they not? Oh, actually, these guys do not have land rights. Let's pay off. Let's pay that off, and let's give these guys land rights. Okay, so now everybody's got land rights. That'll help a little bit here. It's a good event. Wait, Poland dropped off Great Powers. Diviet is on the Great Power chart. What a game from Diviet. So now the question is, and now they're going after Ayutthaya. Man. Just dominating Southeast Asia. The question is, oh, positive mandate. Are they doing it? Because you guys know a lot of times what happens when is somebody will claim the mandate of heaven, but they'll get it and it's like a poison pill because they can't manage mandate and it crashes, and then they start... The penalties at super low mandates suck. Like... fire and shock damage, good produce, like unrest, manpower, it sucks. But he actually has increasing mandate, which is shocking. Yeah. Send Ivy a gift. I don't know if we like him that much, do we? We can't have allies. I need all the gold I have for manpower buildings. Remember, to feed the attrition machine that is our armies. That is one of the better Diviet. So they actually, Diviet, AI Diviet does well in a lot of games. I don't know if it's like, well, I kind of do know because I think they're one of the strongest powers here because AI does not play Ayutthaya that well. I'm not sure why. I know they can't do the mission tree because the mission tree involves like a lot of subjects shenanigans that the AI is just incapable of. Because theoretically, like a player, Ayutthaya should do just fine against Diviet, but I think the AI can just handle Daiviet better. So it's pretty common to see Daiviet do well here in sort of this, like, you know, Indochina type region. But as this is like a whole new level, you know, where he's got half of China. I mean, he has Beijing. Like, this is some border gore, but I mean, I think he's got the 3 cities. No, he doesn't have Nanjing. So I think, there's 3, and where's Nanjing, guys? I think the 3, is it Canton, Beijing? Dead Center on the River? Has it been renamed because somebody else has it? Is it one of these and it's got renamed? Because that's why when I searched for it, it didn't pop up. Yeah, because Manchu has no Diplo and 33k. And Daiviet's on 60. Yeah, they might have it soon. They might have all 3. It's this one right here. Yeah, it's got a lot of dev. Yep, you guys are right. And there's the monuments. Porcelain Tower. The name doesn't change on the monuments. Yep, you guys are right. So yeah, he could very well have that because does he get where is it? Don't you get cores on like all of, if you win the Mandate for Heaven, don't you get cores on like the whole China region? Or actually, it's the China, the game actually calls it like a subcontinent, right? Or super region. All 3 of these. I think they do. So yeah, they'll come knocking for that. Yeah, he doesn't have them up here. So maybe it is just for those cities. I don't know. Getting distracted in China. Okay, you get the Unified China CB, which gives you cores on any Chinese culture group provinces you occupy. Oh, that's right. You occupy them and they like become cores. Yeah. It's kind of wild. That's a wild CB. Just occupy it and okay, it's a core now. That's crazy. Okay. And we were going to do a little bit more shipyard spam too, weren't we? Okay. Yeah, and minus. Yeah, it's a really good CB. Trying to help the AI like Blob in China. Or the player, just so that somebody dominates the region and it's not just permanently balkanized if the Ming implode. And it's sometimes works, sometimes does not work. Do I know about the synths in EU4? Isn't it like a custom thing only? Or like they're not actually in the game? You have to use console or something. Burgundy got re-elected HRE Emperor. So good for them, I guess. Okay, what's this? What's this Denmark war? Oh, Denmark's getting screwed again. Wait, why is there Cuba? Who is this? Oh, it's a Danish colony. I didn't know that Denmark would name a colony I thought this was one of the names for like an independent Caribbean colony. I didn't know Denmark would name a colony Cuba. That's funky. And they're Protestant Cuba. Did you guys know that? Denmark calls their Caribbean colony Cuba? I did not know that. I saw Cuba and thought they were independent. Danish ruler? Yeah, we need her. Well, so looks like things are going pretty poorly for you up in Denmark. Come on down. Marguerite, however you say that in Danish. Probably nothing like what I said. Come on down. We have an open spot for you. Of course, how old is he? Or is she? She's 47. She's older than our ruler, so maybe not. Maybe not. More people piling in on this independence that's not happening. Did Genoa break out? Was this rebels or a peace deal? These guys were not here, were they? Am I blind? These guys came back. Were these guys here and I'm blind? I know we didn't fight them. We fought Milan. But however they came back, now they're jumping Venice too. So Venice is having a tough time. Oh, so anybody besides the Iberians do Cuba, but you hardly ever see it because the Iberians dominate it. Oh, actually, and they have more than I thought. We were looking at the west here. They've got a bunch of these islands in sort of the eastern bit. Scandinavia has a series of colonies across here. Okay, whatever. Oh, they're splitting Greenland. That does not look good. That does not look good at all. Okay, we need to dev some stuff for that mission, so let's do that. Where are you? Restore the Pentarchy. Okay, let's start with Rome. We need dev 30. Dev 30 and Temple. Okay, we're good there. Next up is Alexandria. Spices, that's pretty good. Dev 30, and does it have a temple? It does. So they're good. Jerusalem is next. Not stated. I could have swapped icons before this. Probably would have been worth doing. We'll just do a Basilica. So that will be ready in 334 days. And that leaves just Antioch, Dev 19. Already has a church. So when the temple in Jerusalem finishes, we can fire this bad boy. Yep, okay. Oh, and this unlocks that ecumenical council. That thing is also broken. I forgot about that. It's not as bad as the Mosaicus. But, it's just like more perma buffs to your name. Well, they're not perma buffs. It's like shifting temporary buffs, but they're really good. Okay. Applicator. You can come back. Yeah, this is what we need, guys. All the prestige we can get from random sources. Okay. Yeah, it kind of is like a second religious icon. It's not as bad as some of the other broken stuff, but it's just more of the same, kind of. Okay. Supply depots, guys. Really? Tunisian pirates? Oh, you guys know I'm not going to be standing for that. I would have a CB, except I jacked this up. Also, I thought we queued up 200 transports. Okay, there's one more finishing in Constantinople. Okay, I don't know, that was weird. Oh yeah, we're drilling. Yeah, we're drilling. Yep. Wait, why do I have a second army? Oh. Was this like a Jerusalem thing we inherited? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the run. It's over. The run is over, and yeah, let's do Sicily. Good call, guys. Okay. What's our manpower? 276. Okay. Wait, did they lose the Mandate of Heaven? No. No, they didn't. Guys, they flipped Confucian. Is that part of taking the mandate? They didn't have to do that, did they? Because they don't start Confucian, do they? I've yet. Oh, you're talking about us for breaking the rules. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so when you take it, there's an event? Okay. They should have said no. They had already converted half of China. I would not have. You know, I don't actually know that I've done a legit Ming playthrough. I have not played that much in China. I think the last time I did... So I did a Korea game where I took over a bunch of China and took the mandate. I think I did a Manchu game for like an achievement. But I don't know that I've ever done a legit straight up Ming game. They seem boring. Like, I mean, I know they have internal, like the challenge is internal there. Like, it's not external, but I think if you know what you're doing, it's not a hard challenge, right? I don't know, I've never had the urge. Okay, here we go, guys. So here's the Pentarchy event. This thing's funny. Oh no, I'm thinking I'm in the Schism. Okay, I thought this was the one that offered a bunch of Catholic nations to convert. That's Min the Schism. So I'm one step ahead of myself. Yeah, this one just gives Constantinople another perma buff. Actually, all 5 of them get the perma buff, which is pretty good. Prestige, legitimacy, disables the papacy, and then we get to do the council thing. Okay. Okay, cool. And so here's the council, guys. So you can either get 50 admin, 50 diplo. This is that 25 years? A 25-year bonus to missionary strength and tolerance of the true faith. Or you can go 50 admin and get stab cost reduction. Or you can get 10 PA and yearly PA. And we're good on PA and stab, so obviously this is the choice, I think. So those are actually really good modifiers to go along with free mana. Okay. Seems balanced. Well balanced factions here. Okay, so how far do we want to build up? 277. I would also love to do some soldiers' households. Why do we have Somali noble rebels? Are you guys lost? Somali noble rebels heading up into Lake Palestine. I'm sure it's straight shenanigans where the strait was blocked. Okay. I did nerf Catholics. We significantly. Oh guys. It's over for Scandinavia. Scotland is in on the independence train, which is now up to, well, actually, wasn't it 5 before? Did they like lose some independence? Could have sworn it was at 5 before also. It might have even been these 5 and they dropped due to like a war, and then when the truce was up, they came back. One arm challenge. Hey, you know what, Shadow? Now you're talking. Like, handcuff my left hand to like my office chair and then do the whole thing with my mouse. That's a challenge idea that could be entertaining to watch, would not be very entertaining to play. Plus I'd have to set up like a webcam to get people to like buy it. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, but not a terrible idea. Let's do neighbors. Let's do something like that. I think trying to play this game with one hand, I would lose my mind. I don't even know if I can make it 20 minutes. Just even pausing alone, I can't remember the last time I clicked this to unpause. Like, spacebar has become second nature. So, oh. Hey Alice, sorry for scaring you. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't necessarily need that, because if anything happened without me doing it, you know, if an army pops up and I didn't click on it, you know, shenanigans are afoot. So no, don't be expecting that challenge run, guys. That's not in the cards. You guys, do we want to chuck the mams again? Be kind of easy. Kind of forgot about this thing too. Six generals or 50% crown land. Okay, I'll try to keep that in mind. Burgundy's still expanding. Good for them. Yeah, we've had, to say we've had air issues is a bit of an understatement. We've burned, have we gone through 4? Has it been 200 prestige that we burned? I think it's 4. And we started with an 8 skill, I think, that we ditched. Then we got like a 5 skill, ditched. Like 2 days later, 3 skill, ditched. Then the last one was at like 9, and we ditched him also. And well, I'm not even counting the daughter that we just passed, because that didn't cost prestige. So technically we passed on 5, but only 4 used the disinherit mechanic. So yeah, 200 prestige, and then whatever penalty for denying the daughter. Ooh. That's kind of tempting, is it not, guys? France is out. Why is Portugal like always defender of the Catholic faith in like every game? And you got to march across Europe to go siege Lisbon. 4 sons down the stairs, 1 daughter in the dumpster. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Okay, I'm thinking this war is in the cards. Okay, so the interesting thing here is there's a bit of overlap between Bulgaria's cores and Serbia's, so we get to choose who gets these. But I think I like this war. They're on 95k. They won't know what hit them when our Doomstack approaches. As far as which should the war goal be, doesn't matter a ton. Maybe up here. Alright, let's do this. Let's get some morale back. I could have waited. Okay, let's... Oh, wow. So, Hungary just trolled these guys really good. He took a chunk here in the west. Gave Genoa this province over here. That's horrific. Then he forced out Ferrara and Florence. Okay. That's, guys, why is Genoa over here? Why not give him this? I mean, this vital interest map doesn't even make sense to me. If you're Genoa, why would you not vital interest adjacent provinces? Why do you want to, like, have this enclave thing? Ruler is 36. We're getting there. We are definitely getting there. Yeah. Let's get a spy network going on these guys. Just wrecked some ships. That's cool. And let's head for Highlands Fort. Oh, level 6. He really upgraded level 6. He's got the econ to be doing that. Oh, great. Although, honestly, this might be good for us if we can get a CB on Venice and then have a way into Poland that bypasses all this nonsense. Guys, this Polish Diplo, what the hell is this? Scandinavia, Great Britain, Lithuania, who... Actually, they're pretty weak. France, and now Lithuania and Venice are weaker than usual, but the rest of this, Scandinavia, Great Britain, France, is ridiculous Diplo for Poland. In half my games, the best Diplo Poland can pull is like some HRE nobodies. And I'm not sure why that is. Okay, our thing is on hunting fleets, but it's kind of glitching out. Like, why don't we just go up here and fight this? Are they too fast? Is everybody faster than we are? I hate microing the Navy, but I think sometimes you have to. Also, that was kind of a sketchy war goal. I mean, we can do it. It's just we made it a little harder on ourselves than we had to, but oh well. At least at sea we're dominating. Oh, the Pope is no more. We have converted Rome. It was a Protestant Rome, which was ridiculous. So, they are now, the Papal State is now a HRE OPM in Osnabrück in North Westphalia. So, and we have disabled the papacy mechanics, which is a significant nerf to Catholic nations. If I was playing a Catholic nation and that happened, I would immediately switch to one of the Protestant religions. Because without the Catholic buttons, like, what do you have? The colonial stuff, the Treaty of Tordesillas or whatever? It's trash. Scandinavian Golden Era? Okay. Yeah, there's no more cardinals, right? Does that disable cardinals? I think it does. So it's basically, it's without that stuff, it's probably in competition to be one of the worst religions in the game. And that's saying something, because there's some pretty bad religions in this game. Would you rather be Catholic without any of the mechanics, or would you rather be like, I don't know, like fetishist? Or fetishist is pretty bad. I would rather be fetishist. Just they're going for the Chivo guys. Burgundy just got the achievement. I forget the name of it, but the funny thing is I don't think I have this achievement. Oh, they did it. Yeah, the thing with staying Catholic is you still have the Diplo. I mean, that's like the best thing about being Catholic is the Diplo. What are some of the other bad religions? How much time do you have? Okay, Animist is pretty bad. Okay, most it's complicated. So most of the New World religions are bad. The Mayan, like Nahuatl and Incan religions are okay if you're a player and you like. They're kind of complicated. If you play into the mechanics and like complete them, they get really strong. If you don't do that, then they suck. Like the Aztec Doom thing. If you play around the mechanics and get the reforms passed, like all 5 reforms, those are really strong. All 3 of those are really strong, probably as strong as any European or Asian religion. But getting there's a pain. Like, it just is. Animist and Totemist are not very good. In Africa, Fetishist is not that good. I like Coptic, even though you have to have holy sites for it to be decent, and the holy sites are spread all over the place. So it depends what kind of game you want to play with Coptic. Coptic with no holy sites is pretty bad. Catholic, Protestant, Reformed, I think are all pretty good. Orthodox is really good. I like Shia. I actually like Shia more than Sunni. It's sort of a trade-off. Sunni has better Diplo. Shia has better combat bonuses. Abadi is kind of bad, but people play it just because it's different. Hindu is decent. Sikh is decent. The Buddhist ones I think are pretty bad. The karma system is a pain to play around, and you don't really get a lot of good bonuses. So I don't think the Buddhist faiths are very good in this game. Who am I missing? Shinto's actually good. I like Shinto. Tingri is pretty good. You can do some broken stuff with Tingri. Confucian, I honestly don't know. I don't play with it enough to know. Somebody else will have to tell you on that. I don't know. I think that's... Oh, and then the Australian one. It's been so long since I played it, I don't even remember if it's good. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably bad. but it's like what, Alcharinga or something like that. I don't remember. So I don't know, that's just off the top of my head. I could be wrong about some of the details, but that's just like my general impressions of the religions. So that's what I say when there's a lot of competition for like bad religions. there really is. And then you have some of the ones that, okay, there actually still is Zoroastrian. Zoroastrian is like super strong if you like get the holy sites. It's even better than Coptic. Jewish is actually pretty good. It's strange to me that you have like really isolated, you know, down and out religions at game start that have more mechanics and are stronger than religions that are followed by, you know, millions of people in this era. But it just, you know, it has to do with like DLC and focus. We never got, you know, our Southern Africa DLC that I was campaigning for, or our, you know, Central North American Tribes DLC. Those didn't make it, so who knows what kind of mechanics we could have got. Oh yeah, I bet a Mughal Confucian thing, yeah, where you're assimilating cultures and religions, like the Borg. That could be totally broken. I could see that. That was my cat. If anybody thinks I'm like choking and my cat's having an asthma attack, but he's okay, it happens. Okay, we've got some more admin points. Let's just do this. The Aboriginal Polynesian tech group is the most underrated in the game. I mean, that may be, but not only do you have to get to the late game, you have to get there with a nation from that area. And, you know, you guys know I'll do some crazy challenges. I don't know that I want to do that challenge. Just play a straight up game as an Aboriginal tag to 1800. I don't know if I'm down for that. All right, let's take a battle here in Bulgaria. Keep getting raided. They cannot deal with our Doomstack, guys. No answers. No answers at all. Let's get... Okay, 90... Okay. Oh, you could flip in. Okay, so starting step Nomad, convert to Alcharinga, and then, yeah, that's a lot of hoops to jump through, Wally. Okay, sank a Genoese flagship, that's cool. And let's fight this stack up here in Bulgaria again. Okay. I'm tired of getting raided already. It's getting old. Okay, let's go try to get that war goal if we can. This stuff is going to be lost. I can't really defend this. Well, actually, if I used our ships, maybe we could. Where's our navy? It's here. Maybe we can. Let's try. Let's try that real quick. Okay, that's a nice event. Even though we're using subjects, so it matters a little bit less. But it'll still help with the annexation. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm doing more shift consolidates. Maybe that last session, yeah, I got like a permanent, like I've actually added it to my gameplay. The main thing I wanted to do, when I was thinking about doing this run as starting as Trebizond, was actually, you guys are gonna laugh because it's such a minor thing, but I always forget. And in some of the early game battles, it actually matters, and that's sorting on sieges. And we did do that quite a bit. So that was cool. And then the shift consolidate, we've actually done quite a bit too. In a stack like this, I think that helps even more. But this is easy choice. Okay, so we did defend this in time. You're not getting your money. Also, oh, Denmark. Denmark is now... Are they in the HRE? Wait, what do you mean it belongs to Poland? That's Polish. That's not even Where's Denmark, guys? Oh, they're just gone. Well, rip Denmark. That's brutal war. Yeah, actually, how would that work with the loan? Shouldn't that loan just like invalidate itself if the nation who loaned us the money no longer exists? You know, in real life, what would happen is Scandinavia would come asking for money. You know, we are the inheritor of their debts or obligations, whatever. But in game, that's funny. Okay. Let's go land real quick. After a little naval battle. Yeah. Oh, that was a quick stack wipe. And let's head this way. Is that a May 4th? I'm okay taking that battle. We got huge numbers. Okay. Let's go for the war goal. Okay, you know what? I feel like I'm committed to defending Italy now. Okay, Austria. Guys. Historical rivals. If they actually do this, they'll be allies. I mean, this is funny. If Austria declares this war, they would be allied to France. Now, they would drop it at the end of the war, but France and Austria being allies, even temporarily, doesn't often happen in this game. Okay. Yeah, I knew about the 10K, or 10X stack wipe rule. Yep, I did know about that. Okay, you can go hunt fleets again. Let's see. We probably can't get here in time, but I'm gonna try. 64. That's probably gonna fall. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nah. Take that back real quick, even though it's not that important. I don't know if that was worth the time, but go take this fort. I'll never argue with free army professionalism. Let's get some soldiers' households up, guys. These are, look at these, 4,300. Yeah, let's do it. It'll take a while, but... Never seen an 80k stack wipe. Don't threaten me with a good time, Purple. How you're saying we need an 800k stack for that? Don't interest me. Alright, see Purple. Shadow, I played a little bit of EU5. It's a decent game. I like EU4 more right now. I think EU5 needs some patches and bug fixing and stuff, but they're a lot different. It really does kind of feel like apples and oranges. So I wouldn't say it's a bad game, but I do like EU4 more right now. That may not always be the case, but it is now. Actually, let's see, can we defend this? Was that a level 2 fort? Is that why he's got this thing so fast? Yeah, it is. Okay, our general died. Okay, so we're doing Clippy. General, oh wait. I auto-clicked it, like my muscles. There's too much muscle memory with this game. I just automatically click okay. And now I can't change him. But I can do another one. Because he's mid. 2, 3, no siege pips. He's mid. So what you, yeah, here's where you do it. I just always click through this so fast. Clippy. So this guy, he sucked anyways. Clippy wouldn't suck like that. This guy, he has to be like high tier, right? Eh. He's just fast. they're both so fast. Okay. This is gonna be the real Clippy. Okay, that's he's still fast, but the game wants to give us high maneuver, but at least the real Clippy can manage 3, 4, 6, 2. Yeah, he'll do. Well, yes, yeah, so historically, I'm not speaking historically, because historically, it seems like there's almost no such thing as like permanent alliances and permanent enemies. But in EU4, there is such a thing as like permanent enemies pretty much, and it's called historical rivals. And the game, if you've ever tried it, so if you're playing as the Ottomans, if you literally like cannot get friendly with Biz and vice versa. And that's true of like almost all the historical rivals. And I don't even think you can drop it even with like tag eliminations. So say you're playing as Ottomans, you remove Biz and then bring them back as a subject. I think they still have it. And now historical friendship you can drop. You know, if you go to war, you'll get an event that removes it. But I don't know, am I missing something? Is there a way to get rid of historical rivals? Short of like console or something? Yeah, no, it's this one's not gonna be an edited video. I'm not recording this locally. This is stream only. I don't know that this one would even make that good of a edited video, and yeah, the guide thing, guys, that backfired. But even if I didn't do that, I kind of wonder if doing all the streaming, I think I might have made like enough people like swipe off my notifications that they don't even get the edited videos anymore. Because the one before that kind of did mediocre as well. So I think the streams might have hurt the reach of the edited videos, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Okay, let's see. Let's get another admin idea here. That's a good one. And we'll just finish it out. And let's do an admin policy. It's better than no policy, but that is not the world's best policy right there. I mean, 2 advisors is okay. But I think we already have a bonus to a number of advisors. Is that under N? Possible advisors, it's under P. Guys, we're at +7 possible advisors. Okay, that's a lot of advisors. Yeah, Alice, I agree. I thought the guide thing, I thought that was like a funny way to do it. But the algorithm disagreed, so here we are. It did about as bad as the like edited XCOM videos, and that's saying something because those were not popular either, unfortunately. But oh, thanks, Sharon. Wait, what is that? You did a 5-month membership? How did you do that? Because I don't think I've seen that before. Or you've been a member 5 months? What does that? I haven't seen that notification before. I have not changed anything with the memberships at all, so I don't know if things look new or different, or oh, every month you can send a notification. Okay. All right, let's we got another Senate issue thing here. Guys, gain 1 prestige from Parliament seats. That seems a little low. We could do our dev cost thing again. That was pretty good. I was thinking about just doing the draft, and I'm not seeing it. But we still have a lot of manpower, so that's not like required. We'll just go dev cost again. That's pretty good. Once we white piece some of these guys, this war is going to be like 10 times easier. Really, they're in Damascus. Hungary's got a stack down here. He must have looped it. He did not land it. These guys must have looped all the way around, because they do have access. That's so insane. Can you imagine in real life if these two powers were at war and you were, you know, a general in the Hungarian army, and you went to, you know, the ruler or whoever your chief of staff was and said, hey, I've got a crazy idea for this war. So how about we take 24K, which is like 40% of our armed forces, and we're going to march west. We're going to go across Italy and southern France, down through Iberia. We're going to cross over into Morocco. Then we're going to head east across North Africa and Tunisia and all the way to Egypt. And then we're going to start sieging castles. What do you guys think? Like, green light or red light on that? Green light, for sure. Get that done. So insane. Yeah, it makes Hannibal look like he was, you know, just taking a walk around the block. Like, that puts Hannibal to shame. Alright, let's do... Look at all the different advisors. We basically have... We do have a duplicate. Port defense, reinforce, land maintenance, land force limit, morale. Actually, I want to swap. I think I'd rather have morale. I looked at Ambinar really briefly a few months ago. It looked fun, but I got distracted by other things, and I haven't really been back to it. I don't know if I'll do challenges or streams on it in I'm in the near future. I'm not sure, especially with EU5 out. I'm not sure. It did look interesting, but I don't know. I certainly I can promise this: there would not be an edited Ambinar run if my edited EU4 runs are bombing. An edited Ambinar run, you know, you could fit the audience for that in a, you know, a small conference room, like one large table. Unfortunately. Oh, Sharon, that's nice. Thank you for doing that. Alright, we got another age ability. I'm always disappointed with the Age of Absolutism age abilities. Because, okay, Monthly Devastation, this, I guess, could have uses, but I don't micromanage Edicts and Devastation to the level needed for this. So, not that useful. I don't even change rivals that often, so not that useful. This one is, again, it's so situational. Like, you have to have a like extended land border with a rival and then actually have the forts on the border. So like having them a province back doesn't count. So you can't even get that much value out of the forts. Autonomy change cooldown. This one can be useful if you're lowering autonomy all the time. So this one's okay. Harsh treatment. I don't use harsh treatment much unless it's like some kind of challenge. So not that useful. These two are the legitimately good ones. But I don't know. I find this age disappointing because next age, Age of Revolutions, there's a ton of good stuff in that. And even the previous ages, I think Reformation and Revolutions probably have the most applicable age abilities. Age of Discovery is kind of like this one in that there's 2 or 3 that are useful to, you know, most runs, and then you have a bunch like that you just don't care at all about if you're like not colonizing and stuff. Okay, so there's an event that can trigger members of a federation into historical friends. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I did not know that. I don't play as native federations much. I actually don't know if I ever have. It's been a long time since my last like Native American tribe game. I think it was the like quiz thing to go conquer like France or Paris or something, but I don't even think I used a federation. I think I just like solo like brute force that, and that was like years ago. Okay, Genoa's out. See if anybody else is out. Let's take this and then we go back south. Wait. 2 Sicilies is fighting with us again against Hungary. Because they want Florence. And remember, Hungary guaranteed them because they forced them out. So, That's funny. Now, if we were doing a allies thing, we could vassalize Florence and Iraq. I think, didn't we release these guys and then we let them go to free up a slot? I think these guys are actually of our making. But okay, let's head down here. Yeah, but here's the thing, Shadow. There's probably a reason nobody else is doing them, because I think anytime you go mod, it's the same thing why you don't see a lot of people doing like XCOM Long War like challenge videos. Like you see people doing them on like streams and stuff like that, but not edited videos. I think mods, you lose a lot of people. I don't know, not saying that like audience should be the only determinant of things, but I think if there was like a big audience for those, other people would be on it. I don't know. But the main thing is, I don't know if I feel like doing those right now, especially the edited videos. It's almost, so the edited videos, aspects of the production, oh god, here's a 212. Well, he's gone. Terrible. So, but anyways, back to talking about the edited videos. So there's parts of doing those that I do like doing and I find fun, but then there's other parts that are less fun. So it's kind of a mix. And depending on how well they do, you know, I can put up with, you know, like I don't really like recording audio that much. That's one of my parts that's kind of like, probably rather not do that. Now, if the video is going to do well and like make a couple $100, like, okay, yeah, I'll record audio for a couple $100. But if it's not going to do well, then there's just other stuff I'd rather do. So if it's going to feel like work, it should at least pay like work, if that makes sense. Versus like, if it's just for fun, then why am I doing stuff that's not fun, if that makes sense? I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. But that's the biggest thing, is just keeping it fun and as a hobby, because honestly, guys, I'm glad this is not my full-time job, because the grind to like make legitimate money off this platform is insane. And like, I didn't appreciate it until I tried to do it. The number of YouTubers making like a living income and the work they have to put in, I think is probably well above most like 9-to-5 jobs, and not even close. So, okay, we got another core down here. Yeah, this air situation, guys. Hey, we're over 40. We might get the daughter. At this point, the daughter's our last hope, guys. Okay, when's Portugal leaving? 227. Not for a minute. Okay, let's get a new admiral. Okay, this one's actually pretty decent. 3 siege admiral. Okay. Well, okay, and there's one more thing, Shadow. So when you talk about challenge videos, there's different ways you can do them, and the way that some other creators do them is a lot less labor intensive. And I don't mean that as a shot. I actually more mean that as a compliment, because if you're gonna do this, like, especially if this is your job, you have to be really, like, ruthlessly efficient with your time. And so what some of those guys will do is just sort of lead in with like an intro and like talk over just like maybe accelerated gameplay, and then jump 30 years ahead and say, this is what I did for the last 30 years. And then maybe jump another 30 years and this is what I did. And you can make videos like that way faster than what I do with an edited video. Is pretty much like at a minimum war by war, and sometimes more than that. Sometimes it's like event by event or a mix of the two. But in terms of like time to create, it's not even close. So yeah, I don't know, that's a difference. And I could do videos like that, but I don't know if people would really want to see those doing the 30-year thing. I feel like if you want to see that, there's like 25, 30 content creators out there doing that, and some of them are pretty good. I don't mean any of that as a shot. Well, the thing is, the videos don't make enough to make like hiring editors worth it. Like the math like would not even like the most successful video I've ever made, if I had hired an editor for that, I don't even know if it would have like broken even, unless you're finding editors for like pennies on the dollar. I don't know. Okay, do we want Navy tradition and sailors or dip? I'll go with the naval tradition. So Hungary is in some trouble here. How's the Two Sicilies still at 101? I guess they've still got some pretty good land. Pretty respectable. Yeah, we had to kick another one to the curb. Another bad error. All right, let's go. Actually, I've got an idea. Let's get these Portuguese out of Crimea. I've got just the way to do it. All right, let's go get this one first. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Shadow. As far as technical challenge, there are some other creators like Flory has challenges that I could not do if you gave me, you know, 3 months to do them, probably. Like the no what does he call them? No balls, where it's no birding, allies, loans. What's the last L? He's done those as like Saruhan, that I don't think I could do with unlimited retries functionally. So yeah, as far as like technical level with the game, I'm not the world's greatest. I'll give you that. Yeah, Flory's nuts. Okay, should we go deal with these guys down here finally? Maybe we should. But I mean, even some of those, like, it takes Flory like a lot of restarts and a lot of like time and patience. I haven't watched him in a while. He was doing a Theodoro, and he does them on very hard too. So adding even more, as if the no balls thing wasn't enough. Very hard no balls. Those starts are pretty crazy. I think he was doing Theodoro. This was a long way back. This is maybe a year and a half ago. I think it took him like 40, 45 tries, something crazy, to get that thing off the ground. But then those guys are good enough. Once he gets it off the ground, like, the run's basically over, and then he can, you know, name his objective. Were you trying the Iceland to Rome thing? Shadow? Iceland to Rome is tough. I actually think that one would have been better. So I know we did the HRE thing on stream, and that was fun. But I actually think doing Iceland into actual Rome would have been better on stream. Because doing it on stream would have, like, forced me to, like, slow down and actually talk through some of the late game that I just kind of, like, blew through at speed 4 and 5. And I actually think chat would have been like, slow down, like, what are you doing? Like, in a way that when you're playing by yourself, no one's telling you that. There's just you with your worst impulses. So I wonder what would have happened with chat. So maybe we'll someday come back to that. Yeah, I have watched some Budget Monk. Yeah, I have. Yeah, he used to have some good biz guides back in the day. Yeah, that's true. Chat can be a double-edged sword with adventures, but I mean, if I have like a really tough goal that we're trying to meet, I think I could say no to like some of the sillier adventures. Like, we only did that Mexico thing because we could. Like, we still managed to do the goal with that. But yeah, I have watched Budget Monk a bit back in the day. I don't think, does he still do EU4 or is he on EU5? I don't know what he's up to these days. There's a lot of good players out there. There really are. I mean, this is the kind of game that, you know, attracts people that will put in, you know, thousands of hours and get really good at it. Oh, he's doing Total War in EU5? Okay. And this is annoying. They're in like 3 places, and it's Portugal, who's still on medium. Actually, they're just at 3. Okay, they're really close. Okay. Okay, let's... Maybe getting this stack might be enough to kick him out. Let's try that. We've also, guys, check this out. That's tough. 307k to attrition just in this war. The 1.7. So I think if you're doing like an Iceland to Rome, I think Scandinavia is a distraction and not worth the time. That was one of my takeaways. I think the way to go if you want to do legit Roman Empire is in your first war, you take these islands and you all in Scotland. And then from Scotland, you all in England and you do whatever it takes. So you're taking loans out the wazoo, you're way over force limit, and you dominate the British Isles as soon as possible. And then from the British Isles, you can either go straight into like France, or you can try like looping around into the Med somehow, into Italy. Because really what you want to be doing with the Roman Empire is expanding in multiple directions at the same time. You don't just want to grind it out on one front. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing it as biz, you want to be expanding down here in Africa, you want to be expanding into the Balkans, you even want to be going west into Iberia. just grinding it out on one front does not get you there. But I really do think Scandinavia is a distraction, even though, like, my thought process was like, well, it's in our culture group. There's the Norse bonuses for the temple in, like, one of these provinces up here. Plus, like, the roleplay, like, you know, we're Icelandic. None of those are good enough reasons. With a goal like that, you just have to focus. And that was one of the mistakes of many I made. But who knows? We might retry it again someday. Never say never. Okay, we wipe out a Portuguese stack and they gain reasons to stay in the war. Make it make sense. Let's go blockade them. Blockade should do the trick. Let's go blockade Lisbon. Oh, Budget Monk was doing XCOM? Oh, that XCOM's fun. I love that. I actually, guys, I have a little bit of an XCOM itch. So we might be seeing XCOM sooner rather than later. Yep, that was enough. So let's piece them out. I'm not sure. So we talked about doing the live capture run. That's definitely on the table. Or even something more straightforward, like you know, like a 1 or 2 soldier, like, restricted run, depending on the difficulty. But yeah, I do have a little bit of a XCOM itch. Not necessarily right away, because I want to keep that Kenshi run going too. That's fun. But we'll see. Okay, so we're at 47. Let's go get our stuff back here. Yep. Yeah, I think so, Shayren. I think, yeah, because I don't want 3 runs. 3 runs going at the same time is just too much. But 2, I think, is manageable to, like, alternate between, potentially. So, yeah, I think so. This run, I'm still not sure how far we want to go with this run. It's the attrition thing, like, it's interesting, but I do feel like a lot of the challenge is way in the rear view mirror. Like, no one's decking on us, and then when we fight, when was the last time we lost a battle? Like, we haven't lost a battle all stream, so I do feel like we've lost a significant amount of the challenge. And I mean, part of that is we're the number 2 great power and we literally have a 200k doom stack, and even with this we're not running out of manpower. So I don't know. I don't know if this, I'm saying this is the last stream. I kind of wanted to mend the schism, and that would require quite a few more European provinces. So maybe I don't know if that's happening, but because I mean, even without allies and with this restriction, doesn't it kind of feel like no one can stop us here? A bit. It feels that way to me. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, the whack-a-mole thing on multiple fronts, but the thing is, they can't keep that up long enough. You know, they can be, like, annoying, and they have been, you know, fighting us down here in the Levant, taking stuff in Crimea, but eventually, I can white piece out the other people, and then once it's a 1v1, they're toast. So, it just kind of turns into, like, a little bit of a slow grind here. Yeah, it does feel like we're over critical mass. Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys. So maybe this is the last stream. I don't know. You guys sound off in the comments if you feel like, you know, have we achieved kind of like we've proved this can work. and no one can stop us. I don't know. You want me to beat Poland, Santost? I mean, we can. Yeah, maybe is that where we draw the line, is beat Poland? Because we definitely could. Let's get this for the GovCap, and then let's do a few more states. That can be a state. Sure. Clean up the borders. Yeah, the borders are a little sketchy. Yeah, maybe a Poland war. Maybe that's it. See what that looks like. See, this is winnable. This is just like a... it's another mega grind war, guys. Because it's got Great Britain, so they're going to be in the war for at least 5 years. The rest of these guys might send guys, but it's going to be the same kind of thing. And really, we should just build like level 6 forts in Alexandria. I should just have like a fort wall here, and that will stop all this nonsense of coming up through the Levant. But like this war, it's not that we can't win this, it's that I don't really want to fight it. Yeah, France won't join because they've got some debt issues. I don't know. Yeah, it's a grind. That's exactly what it is. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, you guys understand. It's not that we can't do it, it's that I don't want to do it. Because I think we're at the point he will never engage this stack. Because the only chance anybody would engage this stack is if we fight somebody who has enough of their own forces to think they can beat it. So when we're fighting, and no one in this group does, so Poland has 150. Even if he doom stacks himself, which he won't, even the AI is not going to, if he's on 150, he's not going to one stack that. So he's going to have, you know, probably 3 or 4 stacks at a minimum. And then his war allies are also going to have a bunch of smaller stacks. The enemy, like war AI, doesn't think like as one unit. So it's like making decisions independently. So he can have all these stacks in the area to the point where we could be outnumbered. We might have 300, or they might have 350k in the area. They're not going to like know that together they can win and reinforce on time all the things he would have to do. Yeah, the AI isn't as stupid as me to stack his whole army and take 355k attrition casualties in one war. How dumb would you have to be? Okay, we still have the war goal. Let's take it, and then we can set up what the peace deal will be. Okay. Okay, let's just do everything to Serbia. I know we could give 2 to Bulgaria, but I'm not sure that there's a reason to. So he'll take that deal right now. Do we want to take anything else? I think I'm good with that for now. And then, okay, so that's a mission. That's Vengeance at Bar. Bunch of permaclaims, and then... Guys, 30 years with another 10% CCR. Or AE reduction. I actually think I would do this one. Let me dump this... dump some Diplo power. Let's do this. Also, we fought that whole war with the Saint Nick. I forgot to switch, but it didn't matter. Okay. Let's go swivel cannon here, or howitzer, doesn't matter. Let's seize. And this spot can come back. I do think, so let's hypothetically, if we were to play this out, yeah, we're gonna do the fort stuff. Yeah, thank you. Guys, I suspect this is the last stream. Hopefully you guys can forgive me for that. Let's 3 level 6s. What are you building there? Soldiers' households, I do want that. And we'll upgrade Kairos. So let's just talk hypothetically, like, what we could have done if I was to continue this. So, obviously, we could keep expanding in the West. Now, economically, what my plan to do was we keep building up manpower, obviously, a bunch more soldiers' households. Soldiers' households on all the grain, livestock, fish. So standard there, wine, with the ones that get the bonuses. So basically just building up crazy amounts of manpower. So that was one step. The second thing I was going to do was, once we got enough money, was just start spamming forts all over the place, like I did in the no army run. And that way, this whole like 3-front war thing would be much more manageable. You know, whereas for these guys to go in here, they only really had to take 3 forts. These aren't even max level. This was a 2. Yeah, we should have upgraded these earlier. That's a side issue. Low level forts. But so anyways, so then we've got just a massive manpower machine churning into the Doomstack, and then we've got forts everywhere, just sort of trolling them. So this whack-a-mole stuff was less of an issue. That was kind of my plan, but I think to get there, it's gonna be so grindy, because you're talking about, to get forts everywhere is like a 100-year project or 120-year project. And I mean, we went 204 years. For me, that's pretty far. I mean, with Serbia, we're now #1 great power. We're kind of going back and forth between Russia, but guys, Russia, we could beat with Diplo like this and him on 180k. We could beat him with one arm tied behind our back, you know, because he has no forts. We could just go rush Moscow. You guys know Russia. He couldn't even do the multi-front thing. Literally, if we just stayed in this area, I don't know that he would get access and loop around. Maybe he would, but by the time he does that, you know, we have all his forts in the west. So, yeah, actually, how broke are they? Yeah, they're 8,200 in debt too. So, wow, he's got a 666. Everybody's got 666s except us. My biggest regret, if we end the run here, we won't know how does the air situation get resolved. But I do think we kind of did what we set out to do here, you know. We doom stacked, we got 200k. We were transporting them at sea all together. You want me to do the introduce air? Sure. Okay, I'm gonna introduce the air, even if he's a bum. this is going to be the air going forward. So fingers crossed. You know what? That's not terrible. That's actually 12,336. It was worth it. All that prestige. It was worth it, guys. Okay, you guys want to see any part of the map, anything special before calling this run? Anything, looks like Florida got the biggest chunk of the New World, or at least the Americas, and then Portugal. Castile, they were gutted so bad, they ended up with really a pretty, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's much worse than what they usually do. They got some like Central American stuff here, and then sort of the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, we can do a final ledger for attrition. So we're up to 1.77, which we have now doubled Russia. And total casualties, we're at 2.5, which we're now over a mil past Russia. Burgundy's actually in third. That you don't see that too often. It's kind of a funky list up here. The top army losses, I'm excluding the player because the player can, you know, as we prove, manipulate these to get whatever you want here. But Burgundy in number 3 in army losses, Venice in 4th, Mams is pretty common, but then Deccan and Manchu, kind of funky. Diviet is 11th. So yeah, Burgundy went hard this game. They really did. Yeah, Alice. I think we are. It was a fun run. I think the most interesting part was like that first Ottoman War, and that's what I'll remember the most, where he was trying to land troops up here, and we just had our one stack, and we were kind of going back and forth, and we were taking out loans like crazy, but we were actually beating him wherever he'd land. He was like afraid to fight here because of the defensive bonuses, and that's kind of where we wanted him to fight. So instead he was trying these amphibious invasions up here, where we could just go meet him and defeat him, and then they couldn't retreat. So that was kind of cool. But then once we won a few of those early wars, we were really out of the woods. But yeah, the main theory is holding. If they give up Maine, if they don't fight the war, France is screwed. Yeah, it's so counterintuitive where it's like, oh, giving up land, that'll help them. No, actually, they get kneecapped. So culture-wise, yeah, we can do a quick look at culture. So we converted all of Anatolia, and then this Armenian thing, this is from the Trebizond mission tree. It actually flips some back to Armenian. And we didn't get the Italian culture conversion things because I bungled the event. I was one province short. That was a skill issue. But religion-wise, everything we have is Orthodox. We convert everything. I think we have 100% religious unity. Well, we actually have 120% because we went humanist, so even better. But yeah, and we looked around the world sort of as we played quite a bit, so. Oh, you want to look at religion in China is split Buddhist Confucian. And as far as culture, I don't think a lot of culture shenanigans have happened here. Although, no, this is culture shenanigans, because when you take the Mandate of Heaven, doesn't it pull your culture group into the Chinese culture group? Which is what happened here with Sino-Vietnamese, who would normally be in this culture group, I think. So that's a little bit of culture difference, yeah. But other than that, these are, I think, all the standard Chinese culture provinces, so. Yeah, Manchu formed and then got kicked out of Manchuria. Yes, that did happen. I suspect these guys are not long for the game. They're being attacked from the north. They have... Well, they're guaranteed by Korea, but Korea, I don't know. Korea's on 90k. I don't know if that's enough. Yeah, I know this is not normal at game start. This is an event or a decision or something. Yep, for sure, that's unusual. And yeah, that is a heck of a Deccan game. Really, these three, Burgundy, I would say, so if we're rating the AIs, I would say these three, Somalia, Deccan, and Dai Viet, probably are the winners. And then Burgundy, I would give like a solid fourth. And actually, Sweden, Scandinavia did well too. Most of the rest of these guys, not that impressed. Iberian, disaster. Britain had an okay game. Not impressed really with anybody else. Yeah. And then worst AI, guys, I might have to go to Bengal. I don't know what happened over here. That's as bad of a Bengal game as I've seen. So, okay. All right, guys, let's call it there. As far as the next stream, maybe tomorrow night. Maybe we'll do another episode of Kinshi tomorrow night. And then I'm going to brainstorm XCOM, or maybe we'll do another poll and see if people want to see the live capture thing. I haven't even play tested that. That might be totally impossible, even on normal difficulty. Then again, watching somebody like fail at a challenge is sometimes as fun as watching them actually do it. So I'm not ruling that out, but maybe I'll do a poll if people want to see live capture versus something like just limited soldier count based off difficulty. So like, I think you can beat the game with one soldier on normal. I don't think you can do that on classic or impossible. I think on those you would need more. So maybe like a 2 soldier challenge on classic or impossible. That would be really tricky. I don't know. We'll see. We'll brainstorm. Maybe I'll put up a poll or something, see what people want. But okay, let's call it here. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.